Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool Channel. Today we're going to do another comparison video between two multimeters. I guess I should say two multimeters that are a blast from the past. And the reason why I say that because some of you, or maybe all of you, or a good portion of you guys who've been an electrician or in the electrical field for a long time, I know you know the name Fluke, and I know you are familiar or should be familiar with this model of Fluke multimeter. It's the 87V or 87.5 true RMS multimeter. Just about everybody in the electrical field, especially if you were doing industrial electrical, you had one of these. Maybe not this model. I mean, they always kind of look the same, but with different functions. I think it was an 87.3, I believe, or something like that, or 83 something. But anyway, I know if you worked in any kind of industrial or even a commercial HVAC guys or things like that, I know you probably had access to one of these Fluke 87.5s before. Now, also, Amprobe. I know a lot of you guys maybe or is familiar with the company Amprobe. Amprobe has been around, I guess, just as long as Fluke has been around. They've been making test instruments, and long as I can remember. But this is their model number 38XR-A. And I want to say this was one of their flagship models when they came out. Well, I don't know about this model, how long this model has been out because they have several meters, but this was one of their top of the line meters. I would say that. For a few years back, I want to say within the last 10 years, maybe less than that, Fluke had acquired Amprobe. They bought Amprobe out. And I know a lot of you probably knew that, and some of you didn't know that. But I did some research, and how I found out one day I had my clamp meter, Amprobe clamp meter, was giving me trouble, and I called it in to send it back to Amprobe, and the guys from Fluke, the customer service from Fluke, answered the phone. And when the lady and I talked with him, when she connected me to the technician in a technical support department, we talked, and he told me, yeah, Amprobe is under Fluke now. Right now, today, just about everything that comes from Amprobe is tested inside of Fluke labs. Some of their stuff maybe, I'm just saying this, I know some of the stuff that Amprobe have out has been rebranded. In fact, one of the clamp meters that I have is a rebrand. Even one of the voltage testers that I have is a rebrand. But those are tested in the Fluke lab, up to Fluke's standards. So both of these are pretty decent multimeters. Both of them are in good care. In good shape. They're well taken care of. This one the Fluke have seen a lot of. I've had this for a very long time, for sure over 15 years. And it's seen a lot of rotation when I worked in the plant. This one hadn't seen as much except for around the bench, but this one has really seen a lot of use, and it's still running good. We're still working fine, no problem at all. So I'm gonna just do a comparison between the two, call out some features, and I'll tell you which one I may pick. Now, no, don't be surprised. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, I know when you're going to pick already. No, you don't know. But don't be surprised, I'm telling you. You may be surprised. So let me just call out some of the features, and then we're going to do a few little simple tests on it and see how accurate they are, compare them against one another, and see how accurate they are. And, and at the end, or doing a video, you guys can, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, or if you have something to say concerning these two, any one of these multimeters, just leave it in the comment. You have a question to ask me? Well, do so. So let's just get on with the comparison, and then we'll do some tests, and we'll go from there. I want to start off with the leads. Fluke had these leads wasn't too. If you remember Fluke, you remember these little leads right here. I can't remember if they had the little shroud, protective shroud. I don't think they came with that. They came with the little small alligator clips, I know for sure, and these right here. And they are not the best leads. You know, it's that PVC, not for the price you pay for this 87.5. They should have gave you something better than that. But the leads from Fluke, the original leads like these, they are crap. You know, even back then, they are crap, but that's all you had if you really think about it. You had a choice to go with something else, but it wasn't much different than this. And back then, I didn't know anything about Probe Master. I knew about Pomona, but I didn't get any. But I didn't know anything about Probe Master, and so I just kept these. And when these went bad, I just went and got another pair of Fluke leads to put them in here, basically the same kind. But anyway, the leads are crap, and so we're going to do some go through some of the functions. I know for sure that I won't go through all the functions for the lack of time, but we're going to go through some of the main functions, and we'll just talk about what we see, and then we'll compare it to these over here. Then we do the tests. Okay. All right. Starting from right here, you got volts, AC volts. You got low Z. You got DC volts right here. You got millivolts. You have temperature. You have continuity right here. You have resistance. You have capacitance. You have diodes. You have milliamps, AC, and milliamp AC, DC, and amperage ADC, AC and DC, microamps, AC, DC, and also you have up here you have min max. On this one, you have min max and average. You have range, auto hold. And the good thing about this hold right here, you can press the hold button before you even measure anything. Just press it, and whatever you touch, it automatically captures it right there without moving. You don't have to take a measurement first and then press the hold button. You just press the hold button first, and then you put the leads on whatever you're testing, and it just captures it right there, holds it right there. Right here, this is the sound button for the continuity. You can either have it on or off. And they have peak right here. They have rail button, and they also have hertz, and they have duty cycle. And this light that you have is not such a real bright light. I'll show you that in a minute when we get to the end. And this yellow buttons, and when you selecting from, if I want to turn it to like OZ, I can press this button here. Even the temperature, I press in it, but I have to turn this on that measure, on that turn the dial to that selection right here. And then I have to press the button for it to get to the yellow part. Even for capacitance, I turn it to right here. I press the button, same here with all of that. This meter is rated for with its Cat 3 1,000 volts, Cat 4 600 volts, 10 amp max fuse, 10 amp max for its amperage. This is a very good meter. This was basically an industry standard, an American icon. I gotta say that because, like I said, just about everybody in who or somebody had a Fluke 87V. Now, for us the back, this is a nice protective holster. They have all of the ports here for your probes. Also have a place back here for your magnetic hanging strap. This boot comes off. Over the years, I remember I broke this thing right here. I had put some glue on it, and I repaired that. And so far it's holding up. It takes one 9-volt battery, and this is a darn good meter, man. I have a case that I bought for it, and I've been keeping. I always did keep it in the case. In fact, I keep all of my meters in the case. Even the ones that's on the bench, I do have a case for them, just in case I needed to be mobile with them. I have a case to put them in to protect it. Now, this Amprobe, this is also a true RMS multimeter. And this one here has a lot of features. In fact, this one has a feature that this one don't have, and this one have a feature that this one don't have. Other than that, they're about the same. So, well, no, this one have about 2 features that this one don't have. But still, we'll see. So let's talk about the leads first. The leads here, they're not all of that. Got the little Amprobe logo on the side, but they're better than the Flukes. They're better than Fluke. Now, keep in mind, this meter is not as old as the Fluke. It's a few years after this one, so they had time to make things better. So, but still, right now these are better leads than right here that came with the Fluke. So, thumbs up to Amprobe for that. Pretty decent leads. This one is you have you have volts, AC. You have dBm, decibel, you have volts DC, and you have AC or DC. You can put it here, but it'll find whatever you're testing, automatically switch to whatever one that you're testing, AC plus DC. That's a good feature for those who like to use that. I think it's a pretty good feature. A lot of people don't like that feature, but it comes in helpful sometimes if you're making a measurement and you're not sure what type of voltage is coming out of that AC or DC, that's when that comes in handy. Now, right here is the continuity, resistance, diodes. You have hertz, you have duty cycle, capacitance, microamps, milliamps. You have 10 amps for amperage. That's the max. This one have 4 to 20 milliamps. Now, this is a feature that a lot of instrumentation technicians would like to, one of their main features that they use when they calibrating the equipment or checking their equipment. 4 to 20, that's a good feature. And I've never known, I had this meter for a while, and I don't remember seeing this on here, this 4 to 20. I really didn't remember seeing it. But anyway, that's a good feature. And you have temperature, Celsius and Fahrenheit. Up here, you have min, max, average. You have the rail. You have range, hold. You have peak. And I think the CAL, that's calibration for 2 seconds or what. But CAL, 2 seconds. Anyway, and this button is the same as this yellow button over here on Fluke. If I need to measure something, dBm, well, I put it on, leave it right there and press the button and it goes to that measurement. Same with the continuity here, or with the duty cycle, or with this milliamps AC, 10 amps AC, DC right here, whatever, So that's what the yellow button is. It's like a toggle, a switch going back and forth, whatever one you want to use, AC or DC. To toggle through the measurements with the yellow. Right here is for the backlight. They don't have a white backlight. It's a blue backlight. Now we'll get to that in a minute also. This right here is for when you want to connect it to your PC. I don't have any of the software or the cables. I wasn't going to buy that. So, that's what this is for. The back of it, you do have the ports right here, and you have a place for the strap, the magnetic strap. In fact, this is the magnetic strap that goes with it. You just put it inside of here like that. Wait, hold on. I had it. All right. Okay, and that's it. And you got it. I have to push it all the way down in there. Anyway, but so all of that works out fine. Plus, you have a rubber boot that you can take off, and this also takes 1 9-volt battery also. All right, and it's ready for, let me see, where are we? Okay, Cat 3, 1,000 volts. Cat 4, 600 volts. Same as the Fluke. And you also have temperature. Oh, well, I already said that. I saw the ports right. Okay, and temperature. So as far as this being a pretty decent meter, I think it is. Amprobe, they've been around for a long time, and they're still around. So evidently, they must be selling somewhere. Just because you may not own one doesn't mean that they're not selling or they're not good. They've been around for a long time, and they're still selling. They're still in business. And in fact, I have a few Amprobe test instruments, and they're okay to me. I have no problem with it. So we're gonna move on to a few tests, and we're gonna just see just how I'm gonna connect it to my Variac, and we're gonna go through some step. We're gonna go through some step voltages that I have marked off already, and we're gonna see just how each one of these meters fare out. Okay, so let me get hooked up here before we do that, and we'll see. Let's see how we get hooked up here. Okay. Okay. Okay, volts. Okay, volts AC. Okay, so, and after this test, I'm gonna show you guys compare the backlights and just take a look at both of them. But right now, I'm gonna do the, I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna do some voltage test. I'm gonna start it off at 10 volts, and I'm gonna work my way all the way up, and we'll just see which one is, okay. So, let's start off at 10 volts, you got guys. All right. That should be 9 or 10 volts right there. Okay. And I'm going to do it in increments of 10. So this should be 20. Or maybe 21. 19, it's going to be either off 1 or 2, something like that. But it's 19.7. This should be 30. 29.3. 29.0. This should be 40. That's 39.1, 39.2. Okay. Okay. I would say that's 39.2 because that's the last number is over above 5, so 39.2. This should be 50. 50.5, 50.6. That's good. This should be 60. 70 and 60. Pretty good. 70. So both of them hanging in there both so far. It should be 80. 79.4. So and this should be 90. 89, 88, 80.9. Okay. 90. 98.3. Okay. It's 100. No, I'm sorry. That's 110. That's right. 110. Okay. 120. 130. 140. 150. And then I'm turning all the way up. That should be something like 156, and that'll close it out right there. Okay, 155.2, 155.8. Okay, well, it's still in spec. Okay, so both of them did pretty well. I'm not going to say which one is the most accurate, but if I had to believe one, I would go with the Fluke 87 because that's a Fluke 87, and I've used this meter for a long time, and I never had it sent out to be calibrated. It's been factor calibrated, and I've been taking care of it for the whole 15 years. That I can remember, I've never dropped it. I never left I never leave the batteries in there. I never leave it where there's moisture or anything like that. Or any kind of way that could bring that could do something to it. It never none of my stuff never get banged around, but it's a darn good meter. It's a very good meter. If you was in the Amprobe also, I think it's a very good meter. But I want to show you that backlight I was telling you about on the Fluke. That's what I do not like. Okay, hold on a minute. can see it. You probably can't see it. Let me turn this light off right here. Now you guys can see that. Now watch this light on the. This now that's the first stage. That's the second stage of the Fluke. Now it looks bright on here. It looks even brighter in this house in it's a little dim area right now. So the lights off. It do look nice and clear right now, but I really don't. Even though I can see the digits with the Amprobe, I really don't like this blue, but I can see it. The Fluke have a bar graph. The Amprobe have a bar graph also. And both of them about accurate. No, they're not moving. The Fluke have that little lightning bolt that that's power there. The Amprobe doesn't have that. They have the votes letting you know that's votes. They have votes AC here, and letting you know it's on auto. Okay, and the Amprobe letting you know that it's AC2. I see it over here. But I just like the Fluke screen. I really do. Overall, even though both of them are keeping, as far as measuring, both of them are within spec. Both of them have a lot of features, and both of them have one or two features that, well, the Amprobe have two features that the Fluke doesn't have. And I guess if you use those, I know one of them is the 4:20 measurement, and if you like data logging, that's one. That's two, I mean. The Fluke have one, and that's the low Z. And if you like, you can, let me see what else. The other hold feature. I don't know if the Amprobe could do that or not. So let me just try something. Hold on a minute. I don't know if you can do that with the Amprobe, or I'm gonna press the hold on the Fluke, and I'm gonna press the hold on the Amprobe, and I'm gonna see if it would capture. Hold on, let me get it to 0. Okay, so hold on that one. Hold on that one. I'm gonna turn the voltage up, and I'm gonna see if it'll capture it. 52. Capture it again. 86. Yeah, the Fluke. See how the Fluke jump? But the Amprobe doesn't do that. But what it shows you, even though it's not, what's the word I want to say? It's showing a bar graph that it is reading the voltage. So check this out. Let me turn the voltage off again. Look at the bar graph on the Amprobe. I think it went away. Yeah, it went away. Okay, so it's letting you know, even though it's not showing up here, it's still reading the measurement, but still, I would like to see it the way the Fluke has done it. It just capture the first reading. I mean, whatever, when you press the hold button, it captures the same thing. So, I tell you what, let me do the min-max on both of them, and we'll see about that. Okay. Okay. Press the max. Okay, let me try this. So now I'm gonna see if turn it off. I'm gonna see if it captured the min max on here. Did it? No. It did, but it was showing 0. average. Let's see what the Fluke did. 24. 7.6. Let me see if I can see 7.6 on here somewhere. No, this one didn't capture nothing at all. So, I don't know why I didn't do it. Let me try that again. But the Fluke captured it. So let me erase that, put it back, turn it off, put it back. Okay. I'm gradually turning the voltage up on the variac. I don't hear anything changing. But let me see. I want to see why this Amprobe is not reading. 16 on, no. We should have pressed hold. No. It's not showing me anything. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, guys. As far as the min max, maybe it's not working. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. But the Fluke is working and is recording the min max. But if I had to choose out of the two multimeters here, I would go with the Fluke. Naturally, I would go with the Fluke. Some of you may beg to differ. That's cool. I would go with the Fluke because this one has been through battle with me, and I know it could withstand whatever war that we went through. It got me out of it, and it's here as a testament today because of that. And this Fluke is to me, it is an American icon, and it also it's an industry standard of a test instrument. This Amprobe, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It just wasn't my choice just between these two. It's not my choice. But far as measuring and all of that, it did what it's supposed to do. I'm not going to take any points away because I couldn't get the min-max to work. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. When I got the meter, it was brand new. Everything was working on, and I have no doubt that it's working now. It's just that I think I'm doing something wrong. I have to really, get into it and see. I'm sure it's something simple that I'm doing wrong. I may have to put voltage to it first and then hit the min-max. I'm not sure. But the Fluke, you don't have to do that. And I was trying to work it like the Fluke. You press the button first on the Fluke and then record min-max. This one, you may have to. Let me just do that because I won't rest until I do it. Let me see. I'm thinking about it. Nah, it's not letting me know. It's not letting me do it. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Okay. That's what I have to do. You have to put the voltage to it first. That's what I was doing wrong. Because I'm gradually going up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just stop right there. I'm going to turn the power off. And I'm going to see if it would read 89. That was the max. It 0 was the minimum, no average. Okay, I should have brought it back down. But anyway, I kind of got the idea of how it works. So it is working. I just was doing it wrong. It just works a little bit different from the Fluke. You have to apply voltage to it first and then hit the min-max. The Fluke, you don't have to apply voltage to it first. You have to just hit the min-max. Then you can apply voltage to it. Okay, so both of them work, but this is my final pick right here, the Fluke. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. As always, I enjoy making it. I'm asking you to leave a comment. I'm asking you if you haven't joined the channel, you consider enjoying. I hope that you found something in this video that sparked your interest to join. Leave a comment if you choose to, and hit that like button. In the meantime, you guys take care and peace out.